After China was devastated by the attacks of the Sabari, Debbie met with the Chinese president at Honolulu, Hawaii, and she proceeded to impose harsh terms on China. 1. China gave up all claim to the planet Mars. 2. China had to recognize Taiwan as an independent state and not merely a renegade breakaway province of China. 3. China granted independence to Tibet. 4. Macau and Hong Kong were joined with Taiwan instead of mainland China. 5. American and South Korean troops were allowed to invade North Korea to resume the war that had been stopped in 1953. And China would not interfere. Debbie then returned to Washington, D.C. with the peace treaty, which the U.S. Senate quickly ratified, and this caused Debbie's popularity to skyrocket. Later, she and President Nicholas of the Sabari Planetary Federation met in a joint press conference.
Can you explain to us why you decided to join in the war against China? Some would argue that it was none of your business.
Several years ago, you and other humans intervened in our own civil war. You humans brought that war to a swift end and so saved many lives. If not for that, I might be dead now and I certainly would not be president now. Now our debt to you is paid in full.
The total number of Chinese casualties numbers above 200 million. The largest loss of life in any war in Earth history. As part of the terms of the peace treaty, the United States will begin sending aid to China to allow for the rebuilding of their massively damaged cities. Unfortunately, the war will have some lingering effects. With trade with China disrupted, we may be facing an economic recession. We should be fully prepared for that as well. So I will push for a reduction of taxes on the workers who make less than $50,000 a year. If they pay less taxes, they will have more money to spend on their needs, even if they lose jobs or at least have fewer hours of work per week. I will also keep pushing for all hospitals and health insurance companies to be taken over by the Department of Health and Human Services, just as I said I would do when I was running for president.
And finally, at Little Rock, Arkansas. What do you mean? My talk show is being cancelled?
Mr. Scumba, your persistence in attacking President Smith even as the war against China was being waged triggered a massive backlash among our viewers. Also, many of our corporate sponsors have told us they will no longer support our channel, and most of them name you as the reason. Get out! After today, you will no longer have a place in our network.
Sucks to be him, obviously.